Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. If you're after a versatile CCW waist stroke chest pack, then you might find that the Helikon-Tex Rat is perfect for you, so let's take a closer look. So as we usually do, we'll go through some measurements, some materials, and then we'll have a look around the Helikon-Tex Rat itself. So measurements wise, it comes in at 255mm by 170mm by 95mm deep. If you're looking for that in old money, that's roughly 10 inches by 6.7 inches by 3.5 inches deep. Comes in at roughly 1.8 litres, which I think for a pack like this, it's just right. You know, you want a chest pack not to be too big. It's designed mainly to carry the essentials. I apologise, the wind has picked up just a little bit while we've been filming, but yeah, again, so 2 litres. Well, actually, it's 1.8 litres, but that's kind of just about a good size for me. It's constructed, or the vast majority of this front and back, apart from the meshing that we'll have a look at there, it's constructed from 500D Cordura. It is genuine Cordura. There is a Cordura logo on it. There you go, there's your little bling bing bing Cordura logo on there. And as you'd expect from Helikon-Tex, they have a large supply of Cordura. There's half a dozen or so different colours as it stands at the moment, but I dare say if the Rat becomes a lot more popular and people start getting this maybe over the Possum or the Bandicoot maybe, then you'll probably find that they will expand their line in lots of other different colours. Okay, so actually getting into, one thing I forgot to mention. So as far as the weight of this is concerned, 500D is great. It's not too light, it's not too heavy. This comes in at roughly 400 grams, which again, it's just right. If you want something on your chest, you want something that's just a grab and go kind of bag, it's perfect for this. A couple of other features or things to note: all of the zippers on here, these are YKK RC zippers. Some of them are reverse coil. In fact, they're all reverse coil, which is great. If you're concerned about dust or debris getting into there, then it will certainly negate a lot of that. All of them have these little pulls, which is 550 paracord that has just had the centers removed from it. And the buckles are Woojin buckles, which are great. I know people are like, oh no, it's got to be Duraflex, or no, it's got to be blah, blah, blah. Look, Woojin make great buckles, and I'm glad that a lot more companies are using them because they can save some costs and still have great buckles. Yeah, so the version that I have here is the Shadow Grey version. Really nice, subtle little Helikon-Tex logo. It has recently changed. Originally, its spear was at a slight angle, but this is now the new one. It's a very subtle change, but they have changed it recently. Okay, so going through what we have on here. On the bottom is completely plain and flat. No sort of lashing points or points that you can attach anything. There's nothing on the sides either, mainly because you have one large for the CCW compartment on here. You have one large ambi open zip that goes all the way open. It is a full clamshell, and then the more organizational section on here goes down roughly, say, 3/5 of the way down, to make sure that doesn't open, but that doesn't allow a lot of organization on the side. On the front here there is a zip. When you open up the zip, you have a you have a lined front quick access pocket, which goes all the way across the front. So this goes all the way into this seam here and on here, all the way up to the top, and then all the way down to the bottom, so it uses this full space. Do have a wee bit of organization on the inside, so it's divided into two, so roughly about halfway up and then halfway across you have a pocket here, and then you have a pocket here. Great for if you want to put your mobile in here, or at least, well, maybe not your mobile if you're in an area that you're concerned about pickpockets, but I don't know, you can just put your crayons or your Skittles in there just in case you get a bit peckish. That zips up. Now I will say, so it is a little bit kind of what's the word? Invisible, maybe, kind of. So I think they've designed this specifically so it's a little bit incognito. That was the word that I was trying to think of. You can see the zip on here, but again, you know, it almost looks like it's part of one of these seams. Behind here, you then have another ambi-open. So both of the pockets on here are both ambi-open, which is great because, I mean, I'm a big supporter of I think everything needs to be ambi-open. This first one, you can open this up. As I mentioned, it does come, say, maybe halfway down, or yeah, let's say halfway down instead of I don't know, 6/18. That was terrible. That's 1/3, isn't it? Anyway, then on the inside here, so this is one of the main selling points for the Rat, is that you have this panel on the inside. Now, usually this panel is attached. So if I just take that out for a second, on the inside there is a lashing point here and there's a lashing point there. I just put that to one side for a second, and then on this panel you have these two pieces of hook and loop. So that's what would normally attach to there. I've just took it off for the second so that you can see exactly how this panel looks and works. But it's a rigid molle panel with laser cut sections into it. So if you have any specific pew pew pouches that you carry any pew pew paraphernalia in, then you can attach these to here. But it's not just limited to that. Maybe you want to put a flashlight on here, maybe you've got a Leatherman multi-tool or something like that that also has its own pouch that will attach, then you can have all of this on here. That means that if you're out doing specific things that you may possibly need to carry this with you on a daily basis, then you can just put this in, connect it up to the bottom. I mean I've disconnected it at this moment in time, but once it's in, you can hook it just in a little bit at the top. Now, I don't think it's not actually supposed to hook in there, but if you push it in across the back, the top of the zip will hold it in place, and it'll just make sure that it doesn't pull forward. Then you can zip this up, and then you are locked and loaded for whatever adventures that you choose to do with this pack. But then when you're at home, maybe you're doing something completely different with it. Maybe you're going into the office, maybe you're doing a trip into town, into the city. You can easily unattach this at the bottom, put that to one side, and then you've got your EDC pack minus your little kind of tactical panel here. I'll just put that to one side for a second, mainly because I want to go into here and take out this additional specific pew pew panel, pew pew pouch. Because all through the back of this front organisation section you have hook and loop in here. So if you did want to put some modular hook and loop organisation into this, then you can do that as well. Helikon-Tex have their versatile inserts, virtual in, what do they call them? They call them their versatile modular inserts, something like that. But you can put those all the way through the back here, and then you can, again, if you're going into the office and you've got some knives or whatever, you don't want to take those, you can take those out and put those to one side. In the front there is a zip which has a large, and I will say large, this goes all the way across the front, another large mesh pocket on here. Zip's really nice, all of the stitching's really nice, it's immaculate as you expect from Helikon-Tex. All of the hardware points have additional support or additional stitching on there, so you can really get the most out of this pack. There's your little logo on the inside as well. Now that front, let's call that the organisational panel, does have a rain hood on here, so if you fold that rain hood over there, it does mask the zips on that, so you can pull the zips down to the side, pull that over, and again, I think if you're in an area where you're concerned about pickpockets or people looking at it, then, you know, these are just off to the side and it doesn't look as much like these are panels that you can get easy access into. Now the main part on this is the CCW, so 2 ambi open zips which open all the way down to the bottom so that this can completely clamshell open. You've got hook and loop on the back, hook and loop on the front. So again, if you have a holster that you want to put on the back, of course you can attach that. Maybe you have some of these pew-pew pouches, then your pew-pew pouches can go on the front as well. You can organize this however you see fit. I do have a Glock 17 replica which will fit in here perfectly. It will fit in diagonally with lots of space, and it'll even fit in across with plenty of space as well. So you're not just limited to your compacts and your subcompacts. As I mentioned, so my replica Glock 17 will fit in here with no issues. What you also get with these that you find with a lot of these CCW style pouches or packs is you also have one of these rip tabs. If you're new to these rip tabs, if you're using this for CCW, if you're using this for EDC, you can just pop them in the inside and you can close it as normal. If you are using this and you're thinking of using this for CCW, all you do is just make sure that your rip tab is on the outside like that, so it's on your chest wherever it is. You find that you're in a situation that you need to use it, you pull this down, it just splays straight open and gives you instant access to a firearm if it is that you don't on body carry and you prefer to carry in a bag like this. Again, getting back to if you're just using this for EDC though, with Helikon-Tex's, I forgot what was it now, versatile modular insert systems, whatever they're called, then you can put a few of these across the back, you can put a few of these across the front so that you can totally trick this out to how you want to use it. I do quite like these where they just have hook and loop on the inside and there's no organization. That way you can completely trick this out to be the pack, the bag, the whatever it is that you want this to become. Some of you might be along the lines of, well, that means that I've got to go out, I just want a pack that I buy it and then it's just ready. Some of you are like, no, I'm totally down with that. I like the fact that I've already got some of these inserts. I've already got my holster that I prefer to use. I've already got X, Y, and Z. So I think it's great that you can add to it and make this, sculpt this. This is the blank canvas that you can sculpt into whatever you want it to be. Last little bit, flip it over onto the back. You have this really nice mesh set up on here. It's not going to stop you from sweating. Let's not split any hairs on that. These mesh sections are mainly there just to allow some air to pass through there, so that you can kind of alleviate some of that sweat. But it does a very good job of that, whether it's on your chest. But this isn't just a chest pack, this is designed to be a waist pack, but you can wear it on your chest as a sling if you choose to. You have this 2-inch webbing which is really nice. It's colour matching as well, and then you have this large Woojin buckle down here as well if you choose to undo this. As far as the maximum size that this belt will go, it'll go up to 122 centimeters, which is 44 inches should you need it to be that size. I've got a 44 to 46 inch chest. I certainly don't have any issues with it going over my chest, but I think that's the length of the belt itself. So don't forget that 44 inches. You've also then probably got about 4 inches from the buckle to the strap, another 2 inches this side, and then you've got another 10 inches across there. So it's still pretty big if you did want to wear this as a chest pack rather than a waist pack. I'm quite a fan of this, considering it's predominantly designed for CCW. The fact that it's got that much hook and loop inside this pack, with all of the versatile inserts that you can get from Helikon-Tex and other manufacturers. Let's face it, it's not just Helikon-Tex that are making these hook and loop inserts. So if you have a favourite one that you've got from another manufacturer, it will just fit straight into this. But as I've kind of started out, although this is mainly designed to be used for CCW, I think the versatility makes this perfect. One, yes, for CCW, but also for EDC, for that person that likes that blank canvas. I know I kind of rapped lyrical just about that, but that blank canvas that you can mold into the pack that you want, or something that it's very simple for you to be able to go, I'm going into the office today, I want a pack that I can just throw on for my commute whilst I'm going in there, but then at the weekends you want something that you can tailor so that you can go out into the wilderness. Then on another day you've got something that you use for a completely different scenario. I think the Helikon-Tex Rat is the perfect waist stroke, chest stroke, sling stroke. Anyway, I think I had a stroke wherever my brain was going with that one. But yeah, hopefully you'll take from this. Yeah, it's a great little pack that's very versatile in the way that it can be used. Now, of course, I will leave some links below so that you can see more from this, and I'll leave some of my social media links so that you can follow me here on Moorlander EDC and also my sister channel, Moorlander Tactical. But for now, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. Hi, I'm the Moorlander. Oh. It's raining a bit. Well, it's spitting. Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Today's piece of content, no. Proper! Fluffed that one at the end, didn't I? This weather is doing my nut in. I can't double finger it. That's what she said. You can do backwards. Anyway, that wasn't something you were expecting to see today, was it? Hope you're having a lovely day, children. That wasn't meant to be patronising, but you know what I mean. Cool. Bye.